Hey, it's Colleen from New Art Nomad. Just wanted to make a quick video about shh, some of the things that are on your mind, when you're walking and it's quiet. And, um, one of the things that I kind of end up doing every morning, while I'm getting ready to get the day started, I sing to myself, Ease on Down the Road from The Wiz. Pretty much like every morning and maybe a couple of times a day, I'm always, either kind of singing the song or humming the song, just I mean, if you know the movie, the soundtrack is amazing, the songs are amazing, the musicians are amazing. So you can find it on YouTube if you've never heard the song, but it's pretty much, I realized today while I was walking, well, not today, but well, yeah, I guess it was today. I realized that I am kind of on Dorothy's journey because for me, a lot of this journey is about the people that I'm meeting. That's a lot of the thing I look forward to most when I was, planning this trip. Was to all the different types of people that I would meet, and the types of people that I will be exposed to, the good and the bad. Because it would be unreasonable to assume that everything was going to be peaches and roses, from here to San Francisco. I mean, that would have been terribly unreasonable and quite irresponsible to be. you know, there's going to be good and the bad. I'm definitely not one of those people who are going to spin every bad circumstance into a good circumstance. I'm going to tell the whole truth as I see it. The good, the bad, the ugly, and the beautiful. All of it. You're going to get all of it. However it comes out, because I don't have a lot of battery for 2 and 3 takes of the same video. But I realized I am kind of on Dorothy's journey because, I left home. I live with my mother. And I set out, of course, her journey was by accident. Mine was on purpose. But, you know, eventually I'm going to end up back home pretty much a different person, though. I don't know who that person is yet. But in my imagination, it's going to be as close to my perfect self as I can be. I mean, I'm walking over 4,000 miles, and most of it is alone with my dog. I mean, there's going to be all these obstacles to overcome. You know, there's going to be no way that I could arrive home the same way that I left. And along with that, I'll have this whole collection of people that I've met and stories that I've collected, at the end of it. I can't imagine returning the same, because if that was the case, then, that'd be a terrible waste, I believe. Um, but yeah, The Wiz, and I'm thinking about it more and more and more as, as the days go on, and, the more I walk, I think about it, especially the people that I've met in these last few days, because I thought it was just this horrible thing when the cart broke down, but it did force me to slow down because I was starting to get into the routine of I got to get the miles, I got to get the miles, and that's not why I'm out here. I would love to finish by Thanksgiving, but if I don't, I don't. It takes as long as it takes, because I'm not out here for to complete some miles. That's not why people do something like this. I am supposed to be collecting these experiences and meeting these people and exploring these areas that I'm walking through. So the cart breaking down kind of end up working out. I mean, it's still horrible, don't get me wrong, because mushing with the cart, because I'm carrying it like a rickshaw. Definitely. Most of the time, or trying to balance it on 2 wheels and carrying a heavy pack and trying to manage a dog that is squirrel obsessed in the wilderness. I have a lot going on, so it's definitely not peaches and roses, but I have met a couple of really good, amazing people in these last couple of days. The first one was Ivan, and then at this campsite, I met a guy named Michael last night. Both of these are cyclists, and both of them have seemed to have either left me with, well, pretty much I think that's everybody I've met so far have left me with an idea, a skill, food. Everybody I've met has left me with something, and something that I consider to be value, even if it's just information. And it's amazing the type of subculture, this seems to be. Because, of course, all these people aren't out here doing what I'm doing. These people have day jobs and they're going back to work, weekend warriors, girls' weekend, guy trips, the whole lot of people. But, I call it a subculture because when you get here, there's something else that happens. You start doing things that you would never normally do, taking food from strangers, talking to strangers, sharing your food, when you only have a little bit, just it's just so much. And Michael last night, because I've been having a real hard time with building fires. Like I can get it going. Sometimes it won't last that long. I've been having a real issue. So Michael worked with me last night for probably about 30, 45 minutes until I was able to build a fire. So I feel a lot more confident in my survival skill than what I did before because I can start a fire with, like, the trick I mainly use is Vaseline and cotton balls. I can get it going with that, but when you run out of that, what do? I have a lighter, luckily, you know, so I'm not all the way messed up, trying to build a fire. I'm not out here rubbing sticks together. I do have lighters and I have some waterproof matches, but even with that, I still couldn't get the fire going. So Michael showed me a technique last night and it really helped me out. So, and I can't wait to get to the next campsite so I can try it again because I'd rather cook my food on the fire than on my stove so I can save fuel. Because fuel's not easy to come by. You can't really just pick that up in the gas station. You at least need to go to a Walmart or, a store, or probably cyclist stores. I think they sell them, but they're not easy to come by. It's not as easy as buying lighters. So I'm glad I met him and we chatted and he talked about his upcoming wedding and his family and how he likes to travel and he got a new job promotion and it's just amazing how you meet these complete strangers out here and just within a few hours it's like each other's whole life stories. Big stories, little stories, and all the stories in between. It's just, and it's like it's just because you're here. It's not because it's just hard to describe. It's really something. So to so the cart breaking down wasn't all bad. It's definitely physically harder, and I am still trying to. I am personally struggling with the decreased mileage. Because I worked really hard to work myself up to 15-mile days, and I was looking forward to pushing it to 18, and uh, you, you know, but it is what it is. So it wasn't all bad. So at least there's that. It's good when things balance out. That's the hardest thing to do in life is to have balance. I believe anyway. So it's bad when things don't balance out. But this situation, I think I broke even on this one. So that's all I got for now. Talk to y'all later.